People ask me that all the time, ask me if I really love my work and my job as much as I say I do. My even family members are like, really? You say you love your job, but do you really? I really had to think about that this last year. And I took some months this last fall to journal and really kind of drill down into why do I love this business so much? So I grew up a small town girl my whole life, all over small town Texas, and I moved to Austin the day after I graduated high school from Uvalde, Texas. On my own, worked 2 jobs, rode the bus, walked, took a cab, and one of those jobs was at a financial institution. So I started out as a teller for a very short period of time, and then immediately got into consumer loans. One of the managers in the loan department, I was told, did not want me hired because I didn't have any experience. His first job for me was a stack of loan denial letters that was about this thick. My job was to call all of those people and tell them why their loan was not approved. The whole process of making these phone calls, I learned about a lot of things I learned at a very, very young age, but mostly what that taught me was how to have really difficult conversations with people and compassion and empathy for their story or their situation. I think my family would tell you these words to describe me is that I'm determined and stubborn and hard-headed, and for me at that age, I kind of felt like it was me and this stack of people I was calling versus this guy that didn't want me hired. I think that's the beginning of where this came from. I am their advocate. I bought my first home at age 22. 2 days before our closing on the house, we were packed up and ready to move in. Our builder had filed bankruptcy. His bank foreclosed on our house, and there were 6 mechanics liens against that property because he wasn't paying his subcontractors. Appliances got stolen, things got damaged. Going through that, I learned a lot about title work and real estate, and that's when I truly fell in love with real estate. Was just learning how to get all of that cleared up so that I could still buy the house I wanted. I have 4 kids. 2 of them are just like me, and so I'm raising myself all over again, which has taught me a lot about, not squashing that spirit in them and just letting them be who they are and encouraging them to, yes, it's hard when you're 11 years old and you have to follow rules, but eventually breaking those rules and going against the grain is going to be what sets them apart. Also, that I finally found someone in my life, my husband, who supports that in me, and he accepts me just the way I am, and never tried to change that or squash that spirit in me, and so I appreciate that very much. I don't necessarily feel like I get burnt out because I really love this work. I don't ever really feel like I'm working when I'm out with clients. It goes back to those denial letters. I want to see people achieve their dreams, and if they're reaching out for me for help, I'm just kind of honored. What makes me realize that I haven't had a day off is I'll start to I'll dread having to get dressed, having to put makeup on again. That's when I know I need a day off. I, started out, like I said, as a small town girl without a plan. Moved to Austin really just to get out of small town life and start out on a venture on my own. And I just feel truly blessed with where God put me, taught me from such a young age. Grateful for all the opportunities that I've been given at that financial institution that I worked at for 21 years. And my clients who continue to believe in me and trust me and just hand their friends over to me to take care of. Just truly feel grateful every day. I write in a journal every single morning, a full page of what I'm thankful for. And it just starts my day with the right energy to go into the world and, negotiate the next deal.